You're gonna do the orange lady?
Hello, and welcome back to the BugBites podcast, where we give you stories bit by bit. I'm here today with Anthony and Seth, as always, and we're going to be jumping right back in with part 3 of The Woman Holding an Orange. Have any beginning thoughts before we head on into this adventure?
Even though my boy Seth doesn't want to, I'm gonna do a little recap. Long story short, we have a really crazy woman.
And my
named
chocolate
Rose. We have a really crazy woman. Her name's Rose. We assume there's something supernatural going on with her, and she keeps freaking out this one guy, our protagonist. We don't know his name yet. Our protagonist's girlfriend, who we met at college,
Lila.
is also from a different country.
Nickname is Lila in this story.
Yeah, they're both from different countries, but they met in the U.S., and they both have memories about this woman holding the orange, and it's still a reoccurring event for both of them. So we already read part 1 and part 2. We're going into part 3 today. Hope you guys enjoy. We'll try not to stop too much because last time we did, but we're gonna see how this goes. This one doesn't look too long, actually.
No, that's a short one. This one actually has photos, so I don't.
We'll try to get it on screen so you guys can see.
Yeah, we'll get it on screen for you guys. I'll also come up and show you guys. Yeah, so are you ready to jump right in?
I think I'm ready to do
I'm
it.
ready. All right,
She's ready.
I'm starting it up. All right. Hey guys, I promised pictures and updates, so here we'll go. Here we go. I will also respond to some questions. So first things first, let me bring you up to speed. We have not had any encounters with Rose since last night's break-in. Police called this morning to check on us and told us to stay careful and call should anything happen. I talked to my mother on Skype and it was, well, disappointing. She only knew Rose as a normal person. She actually doesn't even remember Rose asking about me much. She never got the hint that Rose may be crazy. My parents are now really worried, not sure if they think I'm going crazy or legitimately afraid for my well-being. Lila hasn't gotten a hold of her mom at this point. Her mom is in England. We've been talking a lot. We decided that it must be some cult in action since neither of us are believers in the spiritual side. It is hard to explain how Rose would know us both before we met each other. I got tons of private messages, asking me about how we met. That's a good question, and I forgot to include that part in my story. Basically, last summer, I was out with my best friend in a club. Club closes at 1 a.m., and then everyone gets in front of it and sort of, chills out for a while. We were standing outside when this older man came up to us. He started openly hitting on me in a homosexual way. I am I am far from a homophobe, but this man was persistent. Then I heard Lila's voice. Hey baby, what are you doing? I turned around and saw her sitting at a nearby bench with two of her girlfriends. I realized she was talking to me. The look on her face told me everything. She was saving me from the man. I said, excuse me, my girlfriend is waiting, and walked away and sat with Lila. He came after me. Lila and I had immediate chemistry. Man, Man didn't believe us that we were together and kept asking questions about us. But Lila and I played off each other so well that we finally decided we were going to tell the truth and left. We kissed that night. She was visiting that town for only 2 days, but promised to come back and see me. And she did 2 weeks later. We've been together ever since. I realize that some may suggest that the man was part of the cult and tried to force us onto each other, but took free it still took free will from both of us to do so, to do what we did. So I doubt the possibility of that conspiracy. Lila is in a bad mental shape right now. She's terrified and jumps on every little noise. I don't know how to help. I'm scared myself, but I'm trying to appear strong for her. Some of you suggested that the story is fake. I will say this. I am fully aware of how incredible this all sounds, and this is exactly why I posted it here. Many of you help with advice and kind words, and I thank you guys. Others that don't believe me, you can view the story as a piece of fiction. I never said it. I never said it be good, just true. If you guys feel that the story of my baptism may have something to do with this, I will find time to write it. Also, I have a note. You're an impatient bunch. Please realize that we are going through a lot right now. Thanks. Some updates regarding the pictures I am posting here. So I snapped a few pics before the police came. Also, after they left, and left the orange, I noticed something engraved written on the peel. I took a photo of that too. The bottom word I was able to decipher. It says Otavore, which means open in my language. Top word, I can't tell what it is. I don't know what to do with the orange I still have. I still have it. We'll throw it out soon. Alright, so here is the images. So I'm going to show these guys first, and then we'll pop it up.
We'll just do one by one, yeah.
So this one says, is of our staircase leading to the room.
So, is that
Okay. Okay, that's like the apartment.
Yeah.
Casual.
yeah. That door was open.
Casual
you said.
staircase.
I'll show them.
Yeah, we'll give you... I'll
In
come up.
case you can't edit it, that's the doorway and staircase to their apartment that they have with like 5 of the roommates.
Yeah, so
I
I
don't know.
don't know if I'm focusing in enough, but
That's good.
all right.
Yeah.
Next one is this is the top. This is the view from the door of our room.
The window.
So this is with the sheets all laid out. Is that what? Remember what he said? And the split orange in half.
Oh yes. Alcohol. I can see alcohol. All right. And then you show them.
Yeah, you show them.
So
So
yeah.
this is where I'm like rocky about this, right? Is this a fictional story that is written, or is this actually like someone recounting moments they believe are true?
Well, I mean, if you've ever been on Arch No Sleep, they write the stories like it's supposed to be real. It's all
Yeah.
fiction.
Okay.
But yeah, kind of, it's a great way. It's like, you know.
They get you into it. I
Yeah.
get it.
So about like the last section we just read, I think the whole homeless, what was it, homeless guy? Was he homeless and homosexual?
I'd say homo.
Homosexual.
Homosexual?
Here's
He
a
was
close
gay.
up of the orange.
I don't know if it was homeless guy or homeless guy.
And there's a peel off of it, and that peel's the thing it's supposed to have. Yeah.
So I think that like our protagonist, he's like, oh, you know, he's
He
still
gets the light, Clancy. You can shut the light off on the actual. Hold on, shut the light off. That's behind you.
Yeah, let me do this.
so the guy, our protagonist, he's very rational. He thinks that, you know, he's like, oh, it's still, you know, it's not a cult or anything.
He thinks it is
We
a
fell in love. Yeah, he thinks it is a cult. He fell in love though on her own, even though he
Love in the orange.
Yes.
The smile on the bottom, but I definitely think it's supernatural, and I think that in some sort of weird, I don't know if the gay guy was like
In on it. Yeah.
in on it, or was the demon or whatever, or
Well, yeah, our
Or-
running
or-
theory is if we're going with the supernatural.
it's definitely something to do with the fate and like there's no or
But I like the cult idea.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
I mean, all right, but even if it is a cult, right? They were predestined to meet. It was so like, oh yeah. So it said open in his language. That's what it said.
Yeah, and it says
Open and something.
They can't
some kind of, I don't know. I can't even make out what it
So-
even looks like.
It could be somewhat of a cult, but it's definitely a cult related to the supernatural. Because there's no way in hell
Yeah.
they would have, you know, knew that they were predetermined to be together with, you know, fate and everything.
Especially with how long apart it's been.
It's definitely supernatural. I don't know if Rose is able to see into the future or she's manipulating.
Well, I don't think she really.
Here's the photo from his childhood
no,
that
she-
was changed to the backdrop.
Yeah, now that is weird.
Remember
So
they changed the
mentioned
backdrop?
in
Yeah, I
part
do.
2 that on our protagonist's laptop they had changed the background to a childhood photo that no one else would have had access to.
And it's a picture that he actually didn't even have on that computer.
Yeah,
which
it
is the
wasn't
weirdest part about
wasn't
it.
online, so she had it and somehow. That's freaky to me.
All right.
Definitely supernatural. I think we're all.
I mean, I'm not on the boat of supernatural. You know,
How was she on the plane with Lila before the two met and said that I will get you and I think him too. She's talking about him because she was in his country.
She hasn't.
Maybe she already planned it out.
But how did those two get together? It's not super. It is super. In my opinion, it's definitely supernatural.
It is. Especially if they're from different countries.
It's-
What's the guarantee that they're going to go to the same college?
It's like she knew for a fact that it was their fate to be together. So she, from birth, like kind of tormented the one, and from 17, at least 17, because she had pictures of when he was even younger. Kind of tormented them. Sleepyhead over here.
All right.
Wait, what time is it?
Well, it's late. It's 10.
10:30. Okay.
All right, so let's wrap this one up. So it says, if anyone can make any sense of this, I'd appreciate any help at this point. Polaroid picture is at the police station, but the cop I knew told me that if nothing happens within a few days, I'll be at least come by and make a copy of it if I really wanted to. That's all for now. I blurred out the part of the last image to protect my privacy. I was revealing my name. Kind Redditor discovered it and messaged me. So here's another update. Also, do I update on these posts or create new ones? I told my mother what's going on, and she asked to see the picture. She recognized it. The woman in the picture is her friend from when I was a child,
Oh.
and the kid in the picture is her son. She doesn't know where the pic came from, or that if it was ever taken for that matter. My mom said she had spoke to the grandma who still lives in Bosnia. That's where he's from. And my grandmother seems to know something. I will have to call her tomorrow. Later on, I will upload the desktop pic that was on my laptop, still in search of the original files and or the hidden folders.
So that confirms it.
Yes.
She has been stalking him since he was at least a very young child, and Lila, his partner, as a 3-year-old. I think that's what they said.
Yeah,
This is definitely supernatural because for them to have naturally met, not speak about this incident, like not bond over it or anything, then years into their relationship, talk about it, find out that they were both stalked by the same woman across, country, like she was in Africa, he was in Eastern Europe, Bosnia, I believe.
Yeah.
There's no way. This
Okay.
is
Also-
Well, so
I
have something to add. It's really short. Did they ever mention that Lila had a brother?
does she? No, I don't think so. I didn't
Like a small
mention her
detail.
parents.
I didn't even sniff that out.
You think you have brothers? Nah.
No.
Oh, bro.
No.
Alabama style.
Well, that's what I brought up. That's what I brought up last week. That Rose was actually her mom.
I don't know.
And that they were adopted, and that's why it was like freaky. But I feel like it's also.
Well, then why would she? She has her own son. We just found out that Rose has her own son. Rose has her own son.
That picture wasn't Rose.
I know the picture on the desktop was of Rose.
Tell me what was going on. The woman in the
Child.
picture is her friend from when I was a child, and
Not
the
really.
kid in the. The woman in the picture is her friend from when I was a child, and the kid is a picture of her son.
Yeah, that's not Rose.
That's not Rose. It's just
No,
some other
Rose's
girl.
son.
She met Rose. No, she met Rose when he was 17. That's the childhood friend.
Oh, okay. So it's a childhood friend and our protagonist. Still going.
So we're still going.
Still rolling. So it's now goes. Still, is it him asking? That's even worse. That it's not her kid.
It's not her or her kid. Her grandma knows something, and we're gonna not hear about her grandma next. So want me to go?
That's way worse than.
I mean, if you want to
That
take
makes
over,
it so much
sure, go
worse.
ahead. So yeah, we're jumping. Yeah, this one's a little.
This is mine. Well, this isn't even that bad either.
This is
The first one was a long part.
Yeah, it's 2 were long actually.
Yeah, so we're jumping into part 4 now. I mean, these are coming pretty short, so
Yeah.
we're probably not going to split this up into a different episode.
Yeah, we're gonna keep this the same.
Just let's chug
So we'll do a little
Take a
two-parter here. A little
All right.
special two.
So this title is gonna be intriguing.
Let me smell it.
It's called "My Grandmother Met Rose and Others Like Her."
Ah. Okay.
So this can go a few different ways.
like that.
Good.
I like
It could be good or bad though. It could be good or bad.
Oh, I like that. Let's get into it.
Hey, you're right. Because Rose was like a middle-aged woman that didn't age yet, right? Yeah.
Maybe some culture.
Maybe. Hey guys, after many PMs asking for an update, I decided to bring you up to speed on what's going on. But first, here is the screenshot of the desktop picture that Rose/her cult put on my laptop. Is that the one that?
It might be the same one.
It's this one. Oh, it's a little bit close up.
See anything creepy in it?
Look at the
Anyone in
baby.
the background?
Look at the brother's face. Oh,
What you?
So it's basically just a zoomed-in picture of
Yeah,
what we saw
yeah,
before. We're trying to see if there's anything new.
I want to see if there's anything in the background that I'll get up
Just
personally show you guys. Enhancing.
Oh, show the camera left again. No, not the kid, the one in the background.
Yeah.
Just had the dark
Hey,
out.
look up.
What?
That's
Looks like
probably
you just dropped a toy or something.
Nothing.
I doubt there's anything in the background. I think it's
I
probably
don't know.
just.
Do you see that, Seth? Look at the one
It is
left.
tricky here. Can I see?
Yeah, it just looks like some kid dropped a toy. I don't think we need to sniff into it.
I don't think there's anything too much. I think it's just.
I think it's just background.
Oh
Hit
my
it.
God, it's over.
Back there, yeah.
I think it's just meant to show.
Well, you gotta shut that light off.
Yeah, you gotta shut the light off. Shut the light off. For YouTube. See, two young children.
Can't really hear Seth, but there's two young children, both the parents. One is the mom's friend from when they were young, and we don't know who they are. For some reason, why wouldn't the mom say who she was?
Surprise.
I feel like the mom would say like her name.
How did she get the image? How did she get the image?
I haven't been able to find the original photo or any kind of a hidden file. Woman on the left is my mother holding me, and woman on the right is her friend holding my childhood friend. We do not know who the child on the left or woman way in the back are. None of them remember this picture ever being taken. So we talked about those two people.
Alright, that just
Probably not.
I don't know why.
Probably not.
That made me feel really nervous. Never remembering a picture.
Taken.
That is weird
It's usually
though.
when you take a picture,
But-
you remember that.
It's so long ago that they
That's
they
true.
could
There are
forget.
star
Nah,
pictures
I
of
think it's
me
normal. I don't think it's
that I found on my phone that I'm like, I never remember.
But that is something to remember. That's
I don't know, I like same thing.
if it was like they don't remember it and like that
Someone
that's
else was
freaky.
taking it, yeah.
Yeah, that's no like it's not even like, or it could be them and like they just don't remember digging it because it's like they weren't in control of themselves or
Yeah.
like doppelgangers. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying.
I think it's normal. And I think we're just scaring ourselves.
Yeah.
I like
We'll
scaring
see.
myself.
I love scaring
Alright.
myself. Don't you?
Here we go. So after I told my mom what's going on, she talked to my grandma. Grandma didn't tell her much, but my mom had a feeling that she got upset after hearing what was happening. I decided to call my grandma, and after much begging, I got this story out of her.
Hello?
My grandma was born in Croatia, but grew up in Bosnia. She was the kind of child who spent every day walking or outside, playing, exploring, etc. Her favorite play spot was down by the river, not too far from where she lived. She'd often go there with her friends, but on this particular day, none of her friends came along. She went there anyways. She was doing her traditional build a fortress in the sand thing when she heard someone calling. She looked to the road nearby, the only place where anyone could come from. There was only one path to the beach, but nobody was there. She shrugged it off and kept playing. She heard the call again. Donna. She looked around. Nothing. Donna! She jumped terrified and ran to the road to see what was going on, but nobody was there. She thought one of her friends was there and decided to turn around and go back to the fortress. Then she saw him. It was a man, of above average height, maybe 6'4", dressed in the suit and one of those hats that gentlemen wore in the 30s. He had a dark black suit on, with a white dress shirt underneath and a black tie, holding a cane. Thing is, he was standing in the water knee-deep, in a suit that probably cost an arm and a leg at the time. She was taken aback, but as any curious kid, she decided to check what was going on. She walked up to the border where the waves were ending. She was still standing in the water.
Yes, mister?
She asked politely.
I got something for you.
That voice is crazy.
Yeah? What's that?
Well, as predictable as the story may be getting, it is unfortunately true.
Oh no.
It was an orange.
Oh.
My grandma grew up in a wealthy-ish family, and even in the tough economic times, she had an abundance of fruit, so the orange wasn't causing a wow factor in her.
Thanks, mister, but I just had lunch. You can give it to someone else.
No, Donna. This one is especially for you.
He tilted his head to the side, and for a second, she thought his hat would fall into the river, but it didn't.
Oh, did
He
smile?
still held an orange in his other hand, offering it.
But I don't want it.
You take it, and you take it now.
My grandma's been through a lot. World War II and the Bosnian War. She's seen it, man. But she said she's never seen something as scary as that man's face that day. She was a child and therefore very impressionable with vivid imagination. But she swears that when he said that, his eyes, the white part of the pupils, the white part, not the pupils, got much darker, and she could see the anger on his face, although he had somewhat of a grin on. She started running away. She stopped and turned around to look if he was chasing her. He was just standing there, looking after her. She said she could see the darkness going away from his eyes. He put the orange back into his pocket, turned to the side, and started walking away through the river, like step by step with his cane, just walking like he was on the street.
I love that. I really love that.
My grandma was scared for a while, but after a few years, he was just a memory that was rarely recalled. So that is end of one of the paragraphs. There's still more here, but
I mean, I really love that. I love the fact that he's dressed so fancy and walking through a river. I love that it's a lineage that his grandma had to go through this.
but it's a dude, it's not Rose,
And
so it doesn't have to be supernatural.
his eyes changed. His eyes, the white parts of his eyes went black.
And then they went white.
Yeah, no way. This is 100% supernatural.
Okay.
I have not a doubt in my mind.
I'm not saying much because I'm remembering what happened. But if you guys don't recall, these two are brand new to the story.
But I do
think
think
that they on what
Be
year
careful
used
with
to
that.
happen.
I do think it could be cult related, but definitely the cult has some at least if it is cult related, it definitely some weird black magic going on.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, we can figure it out because there's still more here.
the dressing of the man is very similar to Rose's outfit. Like the fact that I think she was dressed formally as well.
Yeah.
One thing I will point out is Poindexter. Something I will point out that is a bit spooky is the fact that if the grandma is still alive, as we said in the last episode, we were talking about how it could have been like death or something like that. Like, once you got the orange, your time was up. So what I'm saying is, the grandma's still alive. Did she manage to beat them?
I mean, they say she's still alive.
I mean,
Yeah,
she talks to the grandma.
He's
She's talking to the grandma on the phone right now.
He's getting the story from her.
Or
Well,
if maybe,
he didn't even say you're coming with me. He just said take this.
yeah,
So,
well, that's true.
I mean, maybe some weird legend they want to stop their lineage.
I don't know. Let's see. My grandma gave birth to my mom in '52. It was a happy day because my mom was her first child. Birth went fairly easy, but she was kept in the hospital for a few days. Last night before she was released, the man in the black suit came back almost 20 years later. She was sleeping. She had a room for herself. She woke up because the light came on in her room. In scary movies, you hear the noise, but there's nobody there. Then suddenly they jump you from behind. Yeah, that didn't happen. She opened her eyes, and he was just standing there in the middle of the room. The same man, same suit, same hat. Not a day older than how he looked 20 years ago.
let me just say
So
this.
this kind of confirms. Hold on. This kind of confirms what we were saying earlier.
Superman.
Remember how I-
natural.
Yeah, but remember how I said,
Rose didn't age.
you're right.
Yeah.
Remember they pointed out every other detail, how the clothing that she wear.
Yeah, they never said a
They never said
wrinkle.
a wrinkle.
And let me just.
And that was just the boy's perspective.
Yeah. And let me just say that something that's almost even scarier is that this definitely confirms that Rose's whole relationship with the protagonist's mother was literally fake just to get to him. That confirms it.
Yeah, obviously.
That's so scary, though, the fact that she literally somehow befriended his mother, got access to their house, and was, I don't know how long they were
Yeah.
friends, but just to give him the orange. That scares me for some reason. I don't know. It scares me.
All right. I'm gonna start a little bit back.
Things are gonna.
He was just standing there in the middle of the room. The same man, same suit, same hat, not a day older than how he looked 20 years ago. Orange in his hand.
You did good.
The orange is something.
You did good.
What do you want from me?
You brought her.
Who? What do you want?
You only now have to take this, and it will all be over.
He was showing an orange, smiling. It wasn't a crazy grin, just an almost friendly smile. I don't want anything from you. Leave or I'll scream. Well, that's when he pulled the rose. He tilted his head to the side, put the scariest grin on his face, revealing the whitest teeth you'll ever see, and he started speaking in the voice of a 10 to 12-year-old child.
Oh, that's worse for a man.
Katana, you don't know. Get out! He will take it.
He will take it. As he said that with his child voice, he lost the grin, put his head back in normal position, turned around and walked away. Before he got out of the room, he turned the light off. She never told anyone about this man until I pulled it out of her.
He's talking about
Yep.
her son.
Yep.
He's talking about him. Just as Rose on the flight talked about him, the story is about him, and they're trying to get access
It's
to the people,
generational.
to people around them. But no, it's also with Lila too. It's not even just
Yeah,
their
it's weird.
lineage.
See, but here's the
They're
thing.
trying to get
Here's
to
the thing.
him.
Why didn't
I
the
don't
hat
know.
guy go to the mom?
He did.
No, the mother?
Oh, the mother
The
knows
boy's mother.
nothing about any of
Is
the
that
other
is
shit.
that about the boy's mother, or is that about the grandmother?
Grandmother.
That's the grandmother.
So why didn't it skip a
Actually,
generation?
Why didn't they haunt?
How much did it chew on that? Why didn't it skip a
I
generation?
don't know, but apparently they did access her. We know Rose was friends with her, but I don't know if she ever offered her an orange. I don't think she did.
They also never heard anything about
She
the
ate it,
protagonist's father. Never mentioned.
Yeah. I think it was mentioned before, but I talked to my parents on.
It might have. Yeah, I think he was there. No, he was there. He yelled at him. He screamed at him. Remember?
Yeah, remember in the
He was
first
like,
in the first episode.
Oh yeah.
"You and your dreams."
your
Oh yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
did.
that's
I
what
wasn't
he
mentioning the
said.
father. I forget.
You stereotype imagining. That's exactly what he said.
Homeboy was angry. I don't know.
Alright. Alright, let's keep going with this.
Chill.
Let's keep slugging through this.
Slugging. I'm chugging. I'm eating this like
Chugging, that's what I meant.
I love
Chugging, not slugging.
chugging.
My bad. Chugging.
beating.
It's been a little more than 30 years since then, until she saw him one last time.
Grandma.
It was war in Bosnia. Country demolished by politicians who just wanted money. You know how wars work, though. Anyways.
War never changes.
You're right.
Have you seen Fallout?
Yes, I haven't seen the show.
No, I haven't seen the show, but I'm talking about the war. War never changes. It's like this poor old lady is living through World War, has this kid, and then this guy in a hat is just like, yes, thank you very much.
Anyways, times were tough.
Little boy.
Times were tough. Food supply was extremely limited. My grandma and grandpa would go days without eating. They'd hunt pigeons on the balcony. Should she eat the orange? They'd hunt pigeons on the balcony that bad. But then an orange started appearing on their doorstep every day. One orange in the center of the welcome rug. She remembers how bright it was compared to the grayness surrounding them. She'd throw every single one of those out. My grandpa was confused as to why she'd throw away perfectly good food in times like these, right?
Yeah, for real.
But she wouldn't tell him until they showed up. Yes, they.
Oh.
The man in the black and, well, Rose. And it was 93. They were bombing their town at that day, and nobody would even so much as stick their head through the window, let anyone walk out. But my grandparents heard knocking. They thought someone had finally come to take care of them. Knowing that intruder would enter anyways if they really wanted to, they opened. On their left, the same man was standing, same black suit, same hat, same cane, same age, more than 50 years later.
Oh my gosh.
Time travel.
Next to him was a woman in red shoes, a white dress, long black hair, extremely pale skin color, and a lipstick so bright it would make you nostalgic for the greatness of wartime. She had her head tilted too, smiling from ear to ear.
Hello, Donna.
She spoke in a voice my grandma says could only belong to a very, very young girl.
Oh man.
Very, very.
What is this? My grandpa asked immediately. Both of these peoples, I could still call them people, faces lost grins and looked at my grandpa.
You may want to be silent.
Rose spoke in her original adult voice, or what my grandma assumes would be her natural voice. My grandpa had been shot at, tortured, starved, but he never felt the fear like that. He lost his voice and shut up. Their grins returned, head tilted, teeth popped out, shiny as ever.
Just gonna say, it would have been really awesome if they pulled the Matrix, mouth goes away.
I thought that's what happened for a second.
That would have been awesome.
Actually.
Oh yeah, that would have been weird.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Scan now.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Rose asked her in her childish version of a voice.
Oh.
Who? What do you want from us? We have nothing!
Don't do this. Just tell us where.
Seemed like Rose was losing patience.
But who?
Your grandson.
Her eyes pierced my grandma's soul.
I'm sorry, it kind of feels like this is a weird parallel to like Nazi Germany. And it's just like, where are they?
Okay.
It's like, who? Your grandson? That's literally what popped in my head was these two officers dressed in like perfect outfits, like, where are they? That's like literally just right in my, because they're in a different country too, so it's just like, where is the kingdom?
But who?
Where is the kingdom?
Who are you talking about?
What? Who is talking about?
Your grandson.
Your grandson. I don't know why. It popped in my head the key and peel bit when they're pretending to be white guys.
I saw that one.
Oh.
That's funny.
It's so funny because I could just imagine these guys that look like, because you gotta okay.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Her eyes pierced my grandma's soul. She felt blood freeze in her veins.
He is not here.
He's in Montenegro. She's... Shut up.
You guys are tired, huh? You guys are tired.
He's the one who did that.
I'm not that tired yet.
He said, because you went Montenegro.
Shut up.
I did.
You did. You went.
She thought that whoever these people are, they'd give up once they found that her grandson, presumably me, has moved away hundreds of miles away. Presumably. They produced even wider smiles.
She hurt her foot.
If that was actually possible. They turned around almost synchronized and walked away.
Nazis, man.
My grandparent watched them leave over the balcony. Bullets were flying around, bombs falling everywhere, and they were just walking around the street.
And they're just going to Montenegro, bro. They're, you know for a
We're
fact.
going to Montenegro
Their
to
heads-
give your grandchild orange.
Their heads were still tilted, and they could see them smiling as they were walking away.
That's just so weird. They're like doing like a
Dude.
a choreo for like a Disney Plus movie.
They don't even teleport. They have to freaking walk everywhere.
They just
That's why it takes so long.
I know.
Oh.
Dude, they're literally, that's a little worse. That is 100% worse. They're literally just walking. Imagine, like, every day you're sleeping, you know they're coming. You don't know where they're coming
Snail.
from.
Oh, it is like
It's
that.
literally the
It's like
snail.
that.
It's
It is
the,
like
it's the
that.
snail
That's
that,
why
but
they
when
take
it
so
cuts
long
you,
for them to
it
walk.
kills you.
Or why is it taking such long periods? And it took 20 years later for them to reach the hospital. They had to walk all the way there.
I mean, it wouldn't take 20 years to walk to the hospital.
It wouldn't, no, I don't mean that, but I mean, like, they're definitely walking there.
They're walking there.
They're 100% walking.
Well, no,
He
no,
walked
no, no,
the river.
Rose was on the plane before, remember?
I know, but they take planes and stuff over the water.
We're almost done with this. Let's just finish this. So I'll be the first to call it. This is becoming a fairy tale. This ain't happening, man. I'm with you. I read it here or anywhere else. I'd enjoy the story, then tell Op to go. I have no logical explanation for it. Are they a cult? Maybe. Why don't they age? Why are they everywhere? Why are they following everyone I know? And that's the end. Someone
Wow.
commented, was pooping while reading, can't poop anymore. This scared the shit to me.
Oh boy was gone.
Alright, let's see how long this one is.
God bless the United States of America.
Yes.
Alright.
We'll catch you up next time with these Nazi bastards traveling around the world, handing out oranges.
We are going to Montenegro.
We are going to Montenegro
Montenegro.
For your grandson.
for your grandson, which I can
Ooh.
presume is only me.
But who?
All right, well, okay, enough joking around. So, well, but before we go, any closing thoughts, any closing ideas? I mean, we got a lot here. I mean,
So wait, hold on. The big question is, what can we confirm that we didn't know previously?
They're supernatural. I knew it from the first part.
Well, yeah.
that guy's kind of crazy, man. I mean,
The guy, the
And these-
guy,
Are walking around on the earth at all times looking for someone. It's like they just don't stop.
Like, the guy.
And they're not even-
constantly in
They're
the
not
streets.
all knowing because why would they go to the grandmother's house and ask? And then when they
no,
found out,
they're all knowing because
when they found out he was in Montenegro, now they're going to Montenegro.
no,
They didn't know.
They're
They said, where is your grandson?
I would feel like they're all, well, you gotta think, they're all knowing because they targeted the grandmother knowing that she would have a daughter and that daughter would have a son.
They-
Hold on,
they
hold
know
on, hold on, hold on.
something.
We're not thinking about the time that this was filmed. They said this was in '93.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or, sorry, written.
Recounted.
This was recounted.
Yes, recounted. We... Is it 19...
This is
90
2013 is the time period.
This was written in 2013.
Yeah, so we're assuming it's
So
that
the
time.
modern era.
So...
Not the modern, that was 10,
So
that was,
there-
that was
it's
11
there-
years
it's
ago.
Yo. That means the son was 4 years old. In the picture, he's a young child.
I thought you meant the actual son.
Okay, so
The picture
You
of
think-
I'm out of it.
do you think Rose took that picture? Like,
Yes.
hey, do you want to, like she found him and she asked,
And
she's
they
like,
asked-
hey, do you want a picture? I have a camera. Yeah, took a picture.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Rose. She has the picture.
Dude, the time is like too... Think about the time. If
then
he was
she
born,
born.
if he was born in '93,
He's like, he could be 4 in that photo.
But that would
like
assume.
younger. He was younger.
Yeah.
That's why we're seeing.
But you got to remember,
she walked.
during around the same amount of time, Rose was also in the other country, taking photo with the baby girlfriend.
Right.
Well, I don't know the age gap.
So what if the black hat guy was the one that took the photo?
That's possible.
Possible.
They split up.
Yeah, because
But
the mother
our
never.
protagonist hasn't seen the black hat.
Yeah,
That's right.
The mother as a kid, he could have.
What if Black Hat guy died?
We don't know.
They don't
Possibility.
age.
We don't know, but we have both of this.
Holy crap.
Oh, do you remember how in that one episode a photo was taken of him and it wasn't by Rose?
Yes, bro. When he was buying a phone.
In the line?
No, you would have noticed the guy in a suit.
Wasn't
In a
looking
suit,
over
Paying
there.
attention.
A suit and a cane.
Wasn't looking.
He wasn't looking.
A full dripped out suit. Wasn't
There's
looking.
no way.
You wouldn't
He was
notice stunned
dying.
by her across the street.
Yeah, but like he's waiting in the long line. For
Yeah,
the
but it's a
iPhone.
long line.
For
People,
the iPhone.
people were rushing past her.
Okay,
So
maybe
what's it go? It's
possible.
It's gotta be him.
it's very possible.
That.
But that's like the only issue is that he didn't notice a dude in a full suit and didn't say anything.
He was too stunned. You could literally say, I couldn't even move. I was stunned.
He literally was
Yeah,
like, I
but like
couldn't even move.
before he saw her, he was waiting in line.
Maybe he
looking at
wasn't
the
there
door.
beforehand.
Looking at the door. Then he heard
But
something.
maybe he wasn't there because Rose and him maybe appeared at the same time.
They're not appearing. I don't think it's
They're synchronized movements.
Dude, they're literally not. Dude,
Really?
they
They're
turned
literally
around.
synchronized.
They're literally Nazis. They turned around from the door and walked in unison. Come on, they're synchronized.
Alright. I think this is a good place to end off this one.
The Nazis. They're Nazis.
No more Nazis.
Yeah, stop. We're gonna get demonetized.
We are demonetized.
We already are divided. There's too many swears
one's-
in this to get monetized.
number
No
one-
one's monetizing
No one's
them.
watching this.
There's we don't have enough.
We don't have ads. We don't have subscribers.
We have no
You don't even have-
viewers.
No viewers on this video. No one-
So,
This is out there for a time capsule.
so I want to thank our sponsor.
BetterHelp, BetterHelp, online free therapy. Oh. Dollar Shave Club, Manscaped.
No, we're sorry. Well, there might be someone out there, and if you're watching this, these two are crazy. I need help.
We'll take anything. We'll take $20.
I'll take anything.
I'll take anything.
I'll take $1.
My Venmo's below, so feel free.
Go to my Venmo.
Oh, okay.
All right, you know what? That's a good sign.
All right. Well,
Okay.
we gotta say goodbye. We gotta say goodbye.
I'm turning the camera on.
All right. Well.
You goof.
Anyway, see y'all in the next episode when we wrap up the story of the woman with the orange. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna wrap it all up in the next episode, but we'll see you then. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
God
right.
bless America.
God bless
Goodbye.
God bless America and those Nazis.